Hey guys, before we get started today, let's take a very quick look at a few very famous Jackson Pollock artworks. Now, these paintings are pretty crazy, right? They're full of color, just whizzing all over the page, and we are going to try and make our own Jackson Pollock inspired paintings by using some traveling paint. Hello everyone, so today we are going to be trying out a really fun experiment just with some water, some food colouring or watercolour ink, or even a little bit of watercolour paint mixed in a dish with some water beforehand so it's nice and flowy, or even possibly a little bit of acrylic paint if it's watered down might work for this. But food colouring is just my favourite thing to use at the moment, and it just seems to create such beautiful, intense colours. So if you have some of that or you can get hold of it, then give it a go. So all I've done here is I've used my pipette to just zigzag all over the paper. And now I'm adding some yellow. And we just want to see how the colours will react when we splash them on together. They will travel along these little channels of water I've made, and when they meet each other, they will make some really beautiful colours. So this started off really nicely, but as you can see, I have slightly over added the red. So it starts off mixing with the yellow to make some lovely orange, but then it kind of all became just one colour of dark orangey red. So just remember that, okay? Learn from my mistakes and add your darker colours very sparingly. You can add as much yellow as you like, but when it comes to dark colours, just add a tiny little bit because they will really overpower your lighter colours. So I'm trying this one over here just with a paintbrush instead. I'm just making some nice swirly lines. It can be completely random. You don't want to cover your whole page. You just want to give a nice pattern around. And I'm adding plenty of really bright yellow. Now I'm trying to remember to not add quite so much red this time. And I'm just going to stick with the primary colours so that we get a true sort of rainbow spectrum emerging as they mix together. So we've got a blue, a red, a yellow, and they're going to make the secondary colours, which are green and orange and purple when they start to mix. So that's going to look really beautiful. So as you can see, they are starting to make those secondary colours now. We should get the whole spectrum of the rainbow once they are mixing together. But after a little while, my colours stopped flowing into one another. So I decided to take my paintbrush, load it up with water, and then just gently tease the colours one into another by making some more of these little channels here and there. So I'm not going to go too crazy with this because I don't want to ruin the nice effect that I've got going on here, but I'm just looking out for the white spaces on my page, just gently dragging a wet paintbrush. I'm washing it each time before putting it on the page and loading it up again with more water, just gently dragging it across those boring white spaces to try and create some more channels of water, and just look how it flows together. We have a little bit of brownish where the purple is mixing with the yellow, but it's all good. I think it looks pretty cool. We're creating some nice colours here. We've almost got the whole spectrum of the colour wheel. You can even add a couple of little splashes of water over the top if you like to see what that will do. You could even do the whole thing just by flicking water over your paper first and then just joining up some little channels with your paintbrush. So I hope you like this one. I'm going to try one next with a load more colours. On this one, as you can see, I'm going to be adding a whole bunch of other colours just to see what happens when we mix it up. Aside from just using the primary colours, there's some purples, some blues going on there, some pinks, some bright oranges. Now, if you want to achieve all of these extra colours and you only have the primary colours, you can just mix them up yourself in a little dish first. But I think it's kind of fun to just use the primary colours and then see them all mix for themselves. As you can see, the more colours you use, the more likely you are to end up with a bit of brown. And here are the finished results. So this is the orangey red one, and this is the one where we just use the primary colours, which I think is probably my favourite. And this is the one where I used a load more colours, which is kind of nice, but we did get quite a lot of brownish areas in the middle. And here we have a bunch of close-up shots so you can really see how groovy they look. I think these are almost good enough for a frame, guys. Look at those colours, how they blend together. I hope you'll give it a go. Don't forget to send me what you do. Bye. Leo has been working on his big bubble letters, and I just love the patterns he has got into each of these individual letters. Look at that, guys. We also have this beautiful rainbow lion from him too. Oh my goodness, I love the patterns inside his tummy there. And this is a fabulous Spinosaurus from Salome, and one from her brother Aaron too. You guys worked so hard on these. And Cosima and her brother Mika have been working on these koi carp fish from toilet roll tubes. This is Cosima's. This is a color wheel from Jack. And here are Mika's fish from toilet rolls. These are the prettiest toilet rolls I've ever seen. Guys, these are awesome. If you like this project, why not try my daily quick draw color wheel using food coloring? And you can head on over to my website, carlyart.org, for loads more projects.